Yo, back at you with another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com, offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. You know, I was having some technical difficulties before I was able to come on. But hey, it's all good. We here. We made it happen. That's just what we do. We always make it happen over here because that's what we do over here. We find a way, regardless. If it doesn't matter what happened out here in society, we make it happen. You know why? Because that's our mindset. We don't give up. That's our spirit. We got the winner's mentality over here. That's what it is. Howard, what up? What's going on? Kendall, what up? What's really going on out in these streets? You know? What's going on out here, man? You know, people are moving. You know, people are getting out more. People getting more passports, more. You know, and that's a wonderful thing. Live your life to the fullest, because man, we only get one chance to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a second chance, man. And the bad news is you don't know when it's going to be your last day. So you got to live every day like this could be it. To live your life to the fullest. No regrets. None of that. You know, no StreamYard. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard right now. Howard. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard right now, bro. Why do you assume that I'm not using StreamYard? You know, hold up. I think I forgot about something. I think I forgot to do something real quick. And I'm gonna make sure that something is set up right before I do anything else. The last time I came on here with some funny style shit going on, man. I want to make sure this shit is right. You know, it doesn't look like anything's wrong. I'm gonna make sure. Last time I came on here, people were telling me you couldn't even leave a comment. You know, I'm like, what? And I didn't do anything. I did not disable anything. So I'm making sure that okay, it's nothing making sure there's no funny style crap going on. You know, so let's see. Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good, man. I was just making sure, man, because funny style shit be going on with YouTube sometimes, you know. No one can jump on the panel? Yeah, you can come on. I'm gonna drop the link in here. Howard, you can come on. Yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Conversation. Let's go. You can come in. You can come in on here, bro. Yeah. Let's go. That's the link. Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta live your life, man. And don't let these haters um try to make you feel bad because you like to travel or you want to travel and go other places. It's not wrong with traveling and meeting different people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people shame you into just take what you can get and lower your standards. Or you ain't supposed to have no standards. Don't let people shame you into believing that crap. Because there's this kind of a stereotype about us that we supposed to be happy with whatever we get. We ain't supposed to have no standards. Our standards supposed to be low, set low. And if you're a black male, you're supposed to just be happy with what they give you or whatever you get. You're not supposed to strive to be better and to have better things and to live a better life. That's a bunch of crap, you know. And as soon as you um, call yourself, you have some type of standards. That's when people they get into name calling and trying to make you feel bad and all that crap. You know, it's been going on for a long time. You know, and everybody is in on it. Everybody's in on it too. That's another thing. That's what you have to should be aware of. It ain't just a black thing. Everybody's in on it. You go to work. If you work a job long enough, you're gonna run into it there too. One of your coworkers. If in your social life, you're gonna run into it too, as well. You know, at your job, they might say, "Oh, you're uppity." I'm like, "What?" All that means is you ain't supposed to have no standards. You shouldn't be happy that you got this job and all that nonsense. And they tell you, "Oh, you need to be humble." Like, what? Be humble? What the hell is that? They don't say this to these other guys. They only say that crap to us. And that's a bunch of nonsense. That's a bunch of BS. Don't get caught up in all that. I curse their ass out. I tell them to kiss my ass. Because I don't owe nobody anything. So they don't even come at me with all that shaming and trying to make me feel bad because they know that shit ain't gonna work over here, you know. But I hear other guys, you know, they have people trying to shame them and make them feel bad. But that don't work with me. I ain't try to play me like that. But I'll curse their ass out, you know. But I've had women tell me that I have a dominating personality. I don't really know what that means, but you know, whatever. You know, I guess that means I have standards and I stand up for myself. You know, but hey, it's all good, man. But the number one thing that you must not do is tolerate disrespect.
No, 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 no.
Don't do it. Don't tolerate disrespect. I don't care where you go at. I don't care what country you go to. I don't care where the woman is from. Don't tolerate no disrespect. See, everywhere I go, I am who I am. I don't care where I go. I'm gonna be me. And a lot of people ain't gonna like me. I already know that. I came to grips with it and in terms with it. You know what I'm saying? But the good news is when you go to once you leave North America and when you go to other parts of the world, then this has been my experience now. This is what I've seen based on my experience and the people around me. So let's assume that you had pretty decent experience in North America. Hasn't been great, but it could be better, right? Let's say you were late 20s, 30s. Hey, you had little hiccups here and there with women from time to time, you know, but you ain't necessarily had a bad experience. You know, you're not complaining, right? You getting yours. Let's say you're that guy, you know, maybe you overall, you have no complaints, right? But you know, just like I know, it's doggy dog out here. This is the wild, wild west. So at the same time, you realize that your experience ain't typical. Even though you don't have no complaints, but you do realize your experience ain't typical when it comes to the average guy. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, I realize that as well. You know, so you go get a passport and you go to places like Thailand, Colombia, Brazil, Singapore, Australia, Japan, the DR. You go to countries like that. What you're gonna find is it's much easier to meet people and talk to people in these other countries outside of North America. It's much easier. I would say people are much more easygoing. You know, and that, which is a good thing, but that can be sometimes misleading. And I'm going to tell you why. Because being friendly is one thing, but sometimes a lot of people use the friendliness to kind of draw you in, to manipulate you. So you got to kind of be careful with that sometimes. You know, like I always, just because people talk to you, that don't mean they necessarily like you. So you got to kind of be careful with that. There's like a slippery slope. There's a balance when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to pick up on people, body language, where they're coming from, when you talking to them. You know, it's people operate very differently in these other countries. They're socialized to be very different. A lot of times they'll put on a good face, even though they hate or dislike what's going on within the moment. Or maybe you might say or do something that they don't like, but they're not going to go off on you in most cases. You know, here in America, if you do something that's offensive, most people, they'll curse you out, tell you to go to hell. That was a woman. You know, but these other women, they won't do that necessarily outside of North America, unless you're just like unless you done went too goddamn far. You know, they'll kind of curve you or kind of like, you know, just walk off or smile or something like that. You know, so people, women are, well, just people in general, they tend to function very differently, just socially speaking. So it's easier to meet people because people take their time to get to know you and talk to you, you know. And it ain't just about the money, because a lot of these people in these other countries, they're not living the high life. Everybody ain't rich, but everybody ain't poor either. And believe it or not, everybody ain't trying to come to North America like that. People don't want to leave their friends and family and have to come to North America and start all over. A lot of people aren't willing to make that sacrifice like that. You know? So it's not at the same time though, check this out. It's easy to talk to people and meet people. But what kind of people am I really talking to? That's when things get a little tricky, because they're different quality of people. Now, that's going to depend on where you meet them at. Now, if you meet them in the club, at the bar, that's usually not the best place to meet people. Just period. Just across the board. You know, when I go to these other countries or cities or whatever, I try to get away from the tourist areas, because the tourist areas is pretty much set up to be a cesspool. You know, I try to meet the local people, the people that's, you know, they from there, or they're born and raised there, or they live there, they got a business there. You know, they ain't no fly by night types. They came in like 2 months ago trying to make something happen, working some job, and they don't know how long they're going to be living there. Not them types. The type that they establish in that town, in that city. Those are the type of people I'm trying to meet when I go places. Because more than likely, I'm going to come back to this place, you know, especially if I like it there, you know, and I want to hopefully do some type of business there with somebody, make friends, do some type of business there. You just never know what can happen. That's my way of thinking. I'm not just looking to have fun with the women. And that's okay too. Having fun with the women, and that's okay. That's fine. I'm cool with that too. But it ain't all about just the women. You know, I don't travel just for women. You know what I'm saying? No. And you shouldn't do that either. You know? And another thing about going overseas, and this is a good thing. And a lot of guys have hang-ups about this. These other groups of women, for the most part, have they're very active. They just sexually active. They're very active, sexually active, for the most part, unless they don't have a man or something like that around. You know what I'm saying? But even some of them, even if they don't have a man around, you know, they'll find a man. Yeah, a lot of these women in these other regions of the world, they tend to be very sexually active. And see that they don't have the same hangups like we do here in North America. They don't see sex the same. Here in North America, sex is like the main event. These other groups of people don't see sex like that. Sex, to most women, whether South America, out east, Australia, Europe, wherever you go, even in the Middle East, it's kind of like it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's really not to them. And even to me, I don't really see it as a big deal. And it's probably because I've gotten older and I understand how things work in this world. But it's not really a big deal like that. We act like I give you an example. If your girlfriend or your wife if you finds out she sleeps with another guy, you ready to pretty much let her go. Or do something crazy, want to beat her up or something like that or whatever. Here in North America, that's usually how it goes with most guys. But out in these other countries, they're not so quick to just kick the wife to the curb and split the family up. Nah, not so much. If anything, the guy would want to know, well, what's so special about this other guy? And why do you want to have sex with him in the first place? You know, they're not so quick to make rational decisions based on just because the wife had a one night stand, because it's not really that much of a big deal. And being that someone like me, I'm born and raised in North America, right? My family's from here and everything. Even I have a hard time wrapping my mind around how people in Europe, Australia, Japan, China, I have a hard time trying to wrap my mind around how they see sexuality. Because I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I give you another example. When it comes to the husband, the women kind of think the same way when it comes to the husband. So if the husband goes out and has a one night stand or some affair and the wife finds out, she ain't gonna be so quick to want to get a divorce either. As a matter of fact, some of these cultures of people, they kind of give the husband a pass. Yeah, they kind of give the husband a pass sometimes. It's been certain situations where this is why I've actually seen this shit happen. The husband got the other woman down the street pregnant. So he got another kid that he had out of wedlock with another woman. They stayed down the street and the other woman stay up the street. So he got 2 babies with his wife and got another baby with the side chick. So when it's the holiday or family get together, the wife, the family of that guy, and the side chick and the other kid, they all get together like family. I've seen this happen. And somebody broke it down to me like this. It is family is first. It's not about just how one person feels. Family is first. So they put their feelings to the side, how they feel to the side, and let's get together along with all the kids, and let's enjoy the time together. And it don't have to be a holiday either. So this type of stuff happens from time to time. It used to happen back in the day. My grandfather told me about this type of shit. I'll give you an example. My dad had a daughter back in the day with another woman, and I didn't know about it until I was about 19 at the time. I knew about it when I was 19 by this guy they call Mr. Pete. But, I mean, he's passed away now. Mr. Pete knew about it, and he knew the woman. He knew the mama, and he knew where they lived at. So, imagine this. I'm 19 years old. I don't know nothing about this. I have no clue about it until I turn 19. And I'm about to go in the Navy. So I'm like, well, damn, when I'm supposed to meet her? I got to go. I got to catch this flight. I'm about to go to boot camp. So 2 years goes by. I come home. And I was like, hey, mom. I told him, I was like, mom, we need to schedule a day and time. I think I might have said something before I got home. We need to schedule a day and time because I want to meet this woman, which happens to be my sister that I never seen before. We got the same dad, but different mom. So I kind of kicked it off, right? I think I made a call before I even came home. So I had 2 weeks at home. 2 weeks on vacation at the time. So we ended up getting together, not the first week, but the second week when I was home. So I got a chance to meet my sister, my big sister. I'd never seen before. She's older than me, and she looked just like one of my other sisters. They could be damn near twins. So when I first seen her, I already knew she was one of us. We didn't need to do no DNA test. I already knew she was one of us as soon as I seen her. I drove to her house. It was me, my mom, and my other sister. And as soon as she opened the door, I already knew she was one of us. Just like that. You know? But unfortunately, yeah, everything went well. We exchanged phone numbers, we laughed, we talk. You know, come to find out, they live like 20 minutes from us. 20 minutes away from my parents' house at the time. But unfortunately, the relationship didn't last long because the grandmother got in the way, her old ass. The grandmother broke the shit up. See, grandma knew what time it was. Grandma knew that her daughter had a baby with a married man at the time, but she was trying to hide the truth. So grandma ended up broken the shit up. So what happened is I used to call her every once in a while, but all of a sudden she ain't answering the phone now. And even if I left a message, she wouldn't call back. And by the time I got out the Navy, this is when I found out that grandma put a stop to the relationship that we had, you know. So unfortunately, it ended, and we don't talk to each other anymore ever since then. Well, so the point I'm trying to make is that type of shit happens. You might have one man might have a family on one side of the town, and on the other side of the town, he got a whole nother set of kids with a whole nother set of women. It used to happen back in the day. If it happened back in the day where I'm from, I know it happens other places. But women aren't so, even back then, they wasn't getting no divorce like that. What for? Where you going? Especially back in the day. Where the hell you going? I'm from South Carolina. Jim Crow, South Carolina. Where the hell you going at? You got to think of it. This is in the 50s and 60s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Where the hell you going at? This is when they had horses. This is before cars. When my parents were growing up, they had horses, bro. This is before cars. You have to understand, my dad was born in 1925, and my mom was born in 1933. Most people didn't have cars back then. They had horses, bro. Horses and ponies. So this type of stuff it used to happen back in the day. It wasn't like unusual, and it still happens today. But the difference between today and back then is a lot of women, they seem to think that they have a lot of options. And people today don't really care about family as much. Family is not first for most women, men and women today. You know, you have a lot of women start talking about their lifestyle and all this shit. Like, what lifestyle do you have? Your wide back, what lifestyle you got? You don't know nothing about no lifestyle. Your ass is in and out of the hospital, popping pills. What lifestyle you got? They start talking about their lifestyle and talking about their job and how much money they make. A lot of delusional women out here today, man. Women doing that, my parents, my mom, my grandmother's time, they weren't delusional like that. And they weren't working no job like that. Today, the job is everything for a woman. Family was first. Today, the job is first. So that's the big difference between today and compared to back in the day. You know? And see, when you go to these other countries, that's what you're going to run into. Family is first. Family is first when you go to these other countries, man. You meet these other, especially the more south you go, women tend to be traditional. They cook and clean, they take care of the kids, take care of the household. They support the man and any whatever he want, the women, they'll do it because they were raised to be that way. Today, women are raised to do what? They're workers. They were raised to work. That's what women are raised to do today. They're workers. They're not raised to have a family today like that. That's the difference. So when you leave North America, you go to places like Japan, um, South America, Thailand, um, Vietnam. You're gonna These are traditional women, unless they live in a big city or something like that. But for the most, but even some of the women in the big city, they're not really. Family is still first, you know. But here in North America, the lifestyle was first, whatever that means, you know. So that's pretty much those are pretty much some of the biggest differences, man. Today versus like back in the day, and when you leave North America, I'm gonna say it like this: if you don't have a lot of problems with women in North America, your experiences more than likely is gonna be better when you leave North America and go someplace else. That's been my experience because the first time I left North America, I was 20 years old and I didn't have any problems with women at 20 years old, you know. And when I went to Japan was the first place I went to. I had the time of my life, you know. Then I went to Korea, Thailand, Australia, Guam. Well, I put Hawaii in there. Um, India. Uh, and then we hit multiple cities in a lot of these places as well. You know, it's like, and then we hit. It's kind of like I've been to Australia like I don't know. I mean, what 6, 7 times, and I've been to Sydney and Perth. I don't know how many times. You know, it's like Korea, same thing. I've been to Korea like I don't know 5, 6 times in different cities. You know, but for the most part, these women are not raised to be well. Not so much Korea. Korea is kind of changing a little bit, but for the most part, these women are not raised to be modern women. They, you know, and you have to realize a lot of these places are still male dominated. They're not and a lot of these guys don't put women on a pedestal. That's another thing you have to realize. So if you leave North America and you go to some place like Japan or China or Korea or even Australia, and if any guy sees you putting your cape on, being a simp for women, you're gonna get called out on that shit by somebody. See, here in America, if guys see you, if a group of guys see you being a simp, they're not gonna say anything in most cases. They won't. Women ain't gonna say nothing. And in most cases, the guys won't say anything either. They'll just watch you crash and burn. And they probably laugh at you behind the scenes and make fun of you, something like that. But they're not going to say anything to you directly. Not today. Now, maybe back in the day, yeah, but not today. No. But in these other countries, they'll call you out. Some guy might ask you, hey, we don't do that type of stuff over here when it comes to women. you know. And they don't get down like that. They only, they only do that over here in North America for the most part, you know. Guys there's certain things guys just don't do in these other countries, you know. And women don't have uh, a lot of rights either. That's, a lot of that's, no, that don't, they don't got all that, you know. No. That's why a lot of people come over here. A lot of those people come over here that want more rights and want to be free, and you know. And another thing you have to realize, when a lot of these women say they want to be free and want to be liberated and all this stuff, all I see is a bunch of women just, they're kind of wide open. You know, they partying and running through guys. That's not liberation. That's not freedom. I don't know what that is. You know, that's just somebody that's just wanted, you're like a loose cannon. There's no freedom in spreading your legs for a bunch of guys. That's no, I don't know what that is. You know, I don't know. You know, that's not the best way to spend most of your time, in my opinion. You know, if you tell me, hey, I'm starting a business, this is gonna free me, this is gonna change the fabric of my family, and my kids are never gonna struggle and go through what I went through, and the family gonna be better off in the future. If you say that to me, okay, all right, you got my attention. But if you tell me, hey, I just had sex with 6 guys, and I want to be able to be free to do what I want to do without judgment, and my husband should be cool with that, or my future husband shouldn't have a problem with how many guys I slept with, because I don't want to be judged. There's no power in that. There's no honor in that. I can't even wrap my mind around that. You know, there's still shame in other countries. Women still like to dress. They still like to look good for their man. You know? They're not wearing leggings all the time. You see a lot of that here in North America, especially in these big cities. They wearing leggings all damn. They wear the leggings like they going to the gym. I'm like, what the hell? You see that a lot. I saw that a lot. I see that a lot where I'm at. Women wear leggings to the grocery store, wear leggings everywhere. I'm like, I thought this was gym wear. I'm like, what the hell happened to a lot of these women? They don't want to dress no more? Women in other countries, they still dress for their man. They want to look good for the man. They want to smell good for the man. You know? I don't know, man. It's weird in North America, man. And this society is so toxic. You know, it's doggy dog out here. You gotta be hard body out here if you're a guy. If you want to last long, or at least for the long term around here, you can't be around here. You can, but you ain't gonna. It ain't gonna end that well. You can't be passive out here if you're a guy. You know, that usually don't work. You know, and you can't hide either. There's a lot of guys that try to avoid confrontation. You know that. No, that usually don't work. that well long term, you know. But hey, man, I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. You know, shoot, you know, and P.S. and by the way, I pretty much I traveled to a lot of these countries, man. You know, so this is not something that I'm making up. You know, I'm talking from experience. This ain't like this ain't something where I read a book or you know or heard what somebody else said because they was there. No, I've been to Australia a few times. I've been to Japan many times. I've been to Korea many times. I've been to Mexico. You know, I've been to Canada. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Guam. I've been to Singapore. I've been to these places. Oh, this is not something that I'm making up. I've been to these places. I know people that live in these places. This is why I can come on here and I can give it to you raw, uncut. You know, a lot of these people online, they've been to 2, 3 countries, and all of a sudden, they're the travel expert. They've been to 2 or 3 countries, and all of a sudden, they're the travel expert. They've been to maybe 2, 3 countries tops, and all of a sudden, they got a list of okay, which country is better than they comparing Brazil to Colombia, or which country is better? Is Sweden or you know, that's what you're gonna hear. But no, I've been to over 20 something countries at this point. Yo,
Yo, what's going on?
I don't know, man. You tell me. What's on your mind?
Nah, I just want to jump on the show, so what's up?
Not much, man. You know. Well, you back out in them streets?
nah, well, yeah, I had just literally just came from Thailand and the Philippines like a week ago.
Oh, how was the Philippines?
Philippines is well, it depends. Like Philippines to me, well, like to me, Philippines is kind of it's kind of like the DR, but in Asia.
Okay, it's
and
wide open.
and yeah, and the Thailand is kind of like a bootleg China.
Yeah, I like Thailand,
Yeah, Thailand is cool,
but
but I don't know.
I never been in the Philippines though.
Yeah, the Philippines, like I mean, in terms of like how it looks, Thailand is better. But like I think like when you go there, everything's in English in the Philippines. So when you go around, all the streets are in English, everything's in English. But in Thailand, you know, so they got their own little Thai shit, so you won't.
Yeah,
So it's all confusing and shit. But over there in the Philippines, everything English. They speak English in the Philippines. So no, they
yeah,
speak English in Thailand too. But it's more like there. It's more you gotta kind of be accustomed to the to their culture.
yeah. That's true. So hey, what part of the Philippines you went to?
I was in Cebu and I was in Manila.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did you stay there? Oops. Uh-oh. I think I might have lost you. Oh shit. Damn, man.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. How long did you stay in the Philippines?
Yeah, I was in there for a month,
Oh,
and
damn.
yeah, and I was in Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. I was in there for like little over a week. I wasn't there too long.
Okay.
Yeah, Thailand. If I was to choose, though, I'm picking the Philippines, hands down. Not even
Oh.
close. Not even close. Now, here's the thing, though. Like Thailand, I ain't gonna lie. Like Thailand got better looking women. I ain't gonna lie. Like Thailand women are beautiful. Like
Yeah.
bad bitches. These bitches are beautiful.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some beautiful women in the Philippines too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about in terms of like if I was to really give it to each one of them, yeah, Thailand hands down, the women are beautiful there. But I think if you like in terms of like living wise, I'll probably go with the Philippines because it's cheaper. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah,
Like your dollar stretches longer.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. So what part of Thailand did you go to?
I went to both. I was in both parts. Like it's kind of hard not to go to both parts for me. I was in Pattaya and I was in Bangkok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I spent a couple nights in Pattaya. I spent a couple nights in Bangkok. But I don't know. But Pattaya is like the land of the prostitute. So when you go out there, boy, like you can just it's pretty much like the culture there. Because to us, we call it prostitution. Over there, it's just the way of life. Like I
Yeah.
like you, you like me. This is my price. That's it. Like
Yeah.
it's not prostitution. It's just what it is. Like it's legal,
Yeah.
and weed is legal there, so you can smoke
Yeah.
weed. You feel
Yep.
me? And it's no big deal there, you know.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier, man. Cause like to us being in North America, we think sex is like a big deal to us. But
No, well, yeah, over there it's not really. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
not
Like it's
that serious.
not really. Like it's just. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a culture thing. Like I think American culture is just polluted. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, no doubt about it. You know
it's
what I'm
just I
saying?
don't know something wrong with these motherfuckers. Like these people here, especially the women, black women here. Woof.
Yeah. It's like I give you an example. There's a girl I met like a couple days ago. She said she got a divorce. I said, why? Because my husband was a ex-husband was a hoe. I'm like, so I said, wait a minute. You got divorced because your husband had a high sex drive. That's it? I mean, I said, look, did he take care of the household, take care of you, take care of the kids, take care of responsibilities? Yeah. But he just had a urge for more sex. So that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, but you gotta understand though, women here have been taught that, it's the mindset. Here, women, the culture here
Yeah.
is like, women, they have this like idea that you're supposed to be with one woman. It's first of all, mathematically, that doesn't make any sense. It
No.
don't, because there's more women than men in America. So it doesn't even make any sense. But of course, it's the way we were raised, like, oh, you gotta stay with one woman. That's bullshit. I mean,
It is.
biologically, it makes no sense. You feel me?
No, it don't.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
don't.
So but of course, women, of course, I think deep down inside they know that, but it's only they'll let that slide for the guys that are high value. So the high value
Yeah.
guy, or at least the guy who they perceive as high value, yeah, he can go
Yeah.
around and bang other chicks and whatever. But the guy that's not high value, oh no, you got to be married. Dumb shit. It's like this is why a lot of guys are getting that passport, bro, because it's so stupid.
Yep.
Like I'm happy Gen Z dudes are not with the fucking dumb program that these dumb niggas back in the day was like, oh, I gotta be with a single mom. All this dumb shit. Like, bro, get the hell out of that bullshit.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
It's crazy, but yeah, but I mean, yeah, definitely. I recommend. I don't know if you guys been, you travel yet, but I would definitely recommend going to Thailand, and because when you go to Thailand, I mean, they'll love you, man. Like black guys are kind of like praised over there, but
Yeah, and they call us Chocolate Man.
yeah. Now I'll be realistic, of course. Don't think every girl's going to want you. Not every girl's
Oh
going to want
no,
you.
not no.
I think if you just, I'm saying, if you play in the Tinder game, you're definitely gonna be getting a lot of chicks over there. But
Oh, so you just use Tinder over there?
yeah, I was using Tinder and I was also speaking to girls in person. I mean, it's kind of hard not to speak to them because when you're walking around, like they kind of see you and they walk up to you. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
They're friendly.
Yeah, I was meeting girls on the street when I was in Thailand.
Yeah, they'll speak to you up front. They see you, they'll speak to you. But it's different when you in over here. Over here, it's more like I don't know what the hell going on with these people. These motherfuckers just weird. Like,
And you gotta be hard body around this motherfucker, man.
I don't know, man. I don't even understand how the fuck. I don't. American women, American in general makes no sense. Nothing makes sense to me.
It's the
When you
wild,
start traveling, huh?
it's the wild west, man.
Yeah, man. When you start traveling, and you start realizing like this place is a prison. You start realizing this place is a fucking prison. Like, why the fuck? Why are things the way they are? Like, why does she have to be like that? Like, you can barely speak. You can barely speak to people. Like, you can't just. I don't even know my neighbor. Like, that's not crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know your neighbor, bro. That's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know, man. No, man. This shit just crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. You know.
Well, you just gotta stay prayed up, I guess. I mean, shit.
Yeah. You know.
It's sad though. In the end, I mean, who's really gonna be struggling and suffering is the female. It ain't gonna be the dude, because dudes, I'm saying, they used to be alone. It's the chicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, I'm saying, when chicks are alone and then shit gets crazy, who gonna protect them? I mean, most of these chicks don't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No. And the older they get, when they start, a lot of these women, when they hit like late 30s and 40s, they start acting loony.
yeah, like, I don't know, man. That whole what's that chick name? Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Sukiana, love and hip hop mindset where you can just fucking then get some money bullshit. I'm telling you, it's gonna rear its ugly head.
Man, even them chicks is not doing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna rear its ugly head because all they doing is leading these chicks to their death. They're gonna be down alone. Like, it's sad. Like, what's that name?
I'm like, yo, Cardi B ain't doing that shit. She talking about the damn music.
Yeah, it's sad. It's like, bro, like, she's just selling that shit to y'all dumb assholes. But
I'm like, y'all fell for that shit?
Y'all bitches is dumb. Like, oh, you can't, like, it's a sad, man. Like, and eventually, by the time they turn 39, now they want to start like easing up on their standards. Now it don't matter if you're under 6 feet. You don't have that. Like, bitch, we don't want your old ass now. Like,
well, yeah, them numbers, they ain't getting that attention the way they used to. So they gotta, like, yeah, I gotta relax now a little bit.
No, you keep that same energy. No, relax. Keep that foot on the pedal. Hell
yeah,
no.
By that time, that pussy wore out, man.
Hell yeah, her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what could you even do with it? Like, you can't have kids with it. What's the point of being with her?
More than likely, no. You know.
What the hell? What you gonna do with it? I mean, come on, man. Fucking car with 80,000 miles. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, that shit ain't cool, man.
No way, that ain't. But you traveling now, or you just, you still chilling?
Why only in America? I haven't left the country yet.
Oh, so you've never left before?
Oh yeah, of course. I haven't left since it's been what, 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is the best time to go. Especially, I don't know. I mean, I think if you go to the Philippines, you probably love the Philippines. What do you call it? I ain't gonna lie, when you go there, you're gonna get stared at. I'm not even gonna front. Like, you're gonna get stared at. Like, in Thailand, it's not that big a deal because there's a lot more black people in Thailand.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Per capita, like, I mean, well, let me tell you. I mean, of course, just, you know what I'm saying. Like, if there was a ratio, I say it's still like 2% of black people. I say like 3% of black people in Thailand, whereas Philippines ain't. It's hard. It's hard to see that shit. It's like it's rare to see black people in the Philippines. Like,
yeah.
If you do see them, they come from Africa. They ain't come from the States. So
yeah. I heard about that. You know. Yeah, one thing about it takes the damn flight is so long to get to the Philippines, bro.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. It's like 20 hours. I think it's like 16 hours to get there. Yeah. So I flew from Florida here. I'm at right now, Florida to Detroit. From Detroit, I flew to some place called Seoul, Korea, some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
From Korea, I flew to some place. So from Korea, it's like 4 hours to Philippines. So yeah, altogether it's like 20 hours. It's a long ass
flight. Not bad. Yeah. It's that's the only thing, man. I'm like, God damn. You know.
Yeah, but I think it's worth it if you plan on, like, I don't know. I mean, it depends. If you want to go out there to Southeast Asia, I think it's worth it. But
yeah, I'm gonna go eventually. You know. But cool. I never say, like, see, when I was in Japan, I used to go to Thailand all the time.
Yeah.
You know, but I never flew from here to there.
Yeah, that's a long. That's a I'm gonna kill myself. That flight is no joke. No joke. Wow. That is a man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, for me, the way things are going now, that flight feels great because you want to get the hell away from this place. So it's not a big deal. Like, when you feel like you know what I'm saying, when you got a mission to never come back to this bitch, it feels good to leave. But, like, you know what I'm saying, like, when you just randomly going up for no reason, I'm straight.
Yeah. So, like, do you need a visa to go to the Philippines?
No, you just need your passport.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I think you gotta be back. Well, actually, no, you don't gotta be vaccinated. You gotta just what's the word? You gotta take the vaccine. Not the vaccine, but
PCR test.
yeah, that shit. But they don't quarantine you for 5 days though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had an Airbnb, so they said just stay in that bitch. Can't come out for 5 days. I said bet, no pressure. Can't talk to nobody. And they had a person come see me every day. Once 5 days was up, I was free.
Oh damn! Somebody comes check up on you.
Yeah, they got a.
Holy shit!
Man.
They serious about that shit.
Yeah, but I think that shit going. It's getting lax because now they're saying cause before the day, like the day before I left, they made a rule where now you don't have to wear the you don't gotta wear the mask anymore. So
Okay.
I think they making progress. You ain't got. I don't think they're gonna be tripping about that stupid vaccine shit anymore. The only thing I think they're gonna be worried. I think that now the COVID thing I think dying out, but I think the next big dumb thing now is the stupid monkeypox bullshit. So
yeah, what's that shit about?
I have no idea, bro. When I was in the Philippines, that's like when I was in the Philippines, like they was talking about this monkeypox shit, like because they was saying there was like an outbreak when I was there, but I mean I don't know. I mean I was quarantined, so I ain't really. I don't know.
So are they making a big deal about the virus in in Thailand?
Nah. When I was there, they was talking about it. They ain't really sure. It's just people wearing masks, you know. Over there, they kind of behind. You know, over here we more like no one gives a fuck about that vaccine shit. I mean, no one cares about the COVID over here, but over there it's still somewhat kind of like whatever. You know, it's still OD on it, but I think it's they slowing up on it because you know I think people don't give a fuck. Realistically, no one cares.
Yeah, so by the time I go over there, all that shit should be done.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I think by the end of the year, you should be straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I plan on going to like the what's this place called? Carousel. It's a nice little island.
Carousel?
Yeah, Carousel. Nice.
Where's that?
That's like near Aruba.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful island.
Yeah.
They drink there. Like they don't pay for water over there, so and it's cheap.
Okay.
Because you know over there they ain't got no filter. They could drink their water straight out the fountain, out the sink. I mean.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, bro. It's pretty chill. I definitely recommend going out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you used to go out there, check out Philippines. I'll be honest. Like I said, Philippines is not as you've been in Thailand, so you should know. But Philippines is not as built up as Thailand is. Philippines is when you go out there. If you go to Manila, Manila is built up. When you go to Cebu, Cebu is like the DR, bro. It's ghetto as shit. So,
but Cebu is a small town, right?
You know, it's a small country. It's a small, yeah. It's like a province. It's like the.
Okay.
It's like a how do I say? It's like between like a city and a what do you call that shit? In a town at the same time. Like, it's like it's very like low. It ain't up to date. When you go there, you see like motherfuckers still like old school shit. Like
okay.
You know
what I'm saying? I got you.
When you go to Manila, Manila's a bit more up to date. You see everything, like everything's nice. Especially when you go to BGC. BGC is beautiful. Like when you go out there, it's like you're in America. They got all the nice stores and shit. But Cebu is still cheap. I like Cebu though. It's cheap as fuck. Like over there, it's cheap. Your dollar stretches far.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest though, when you go out there, boy, you gonna be the only black nigga there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like you the only one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you get that stare when you go to Japan too, man.
Yeah, Japan, them Japanese people let you know you're foreign. Like, bitch, why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? They let you know you are a foreigner.
And sometimes I don't know if it's a good stare or bad stare.
It's just what the hell you looking at me, sir? Like, why? Like, I remember when I was in Cebu, like I was in because over there in Philippines, everything is 7-Eleven and Shell gas station. That's like the biggest thing. Like everything's 7-Eleven, gas station. Everywhere you go, like you know how we see Walmarts over here. Over there is 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is huge.
7-Eleven is huge out in that part of the world.
Yeah, like I ain't. I'm like, damn, 7-Eleven everywhere. This bitch.
Some shit's everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go out there, it's like, you know, I was chilling in 7-Eleven. I was just getting some food, and then some lady like really walked up behind me. She pinched me. I'm like, the fuck? She literally pinched me. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell's going on here? What did she say?
Nah, she was a little bad. She didn't know what to say. She was just kind of like, I guess, just perplexed at my skin color. She's like, "Is this real?"
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did she look good?
No, she's like an old lady.
Oh God.
I ain't take it personal. Whatever.
Oh, not the old lady, man. Come
What I'm
on.
gonna do? Get mad? I mean, I'm already in a foreign country. I'm gonna yell
Yeah,
at her.
I know, right?
No. I ain't trying to get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you old bat, get off me.
okay. Gotta go with the, you know what I'm saying? Gotta move on.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, thanks for the talk. Hopefully you're doing good on her.
All right, man. Hold it down.
All right, bro.
There you have it. Another episode. So yeah, man. Hey, like, share this video. Don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.